All right. Again, welcome. I'm really looking forward to this. You have no idea. This has been a dream of mine for a long time to be able to take people into part of our journey in seeing the world, and by making sure that everything on this trip is as magical as could be, because it really is. So I'm going to give you a really sneak peek here of a little bit of
Cindy,
the
can
river
I,
cruise. See
Cindy,
if
can I
it
make a quick
works.
comment?
Oh
Cindy?
no, it worked on mine. Okay, I'll skip through that. I'm sorry, not a very sneak peek. So we're going to go through pre-departure, the arrival, the itinerary, the ship, ports, excursions, what to bring, post, and obviously we're going to have some questions and open the doors at the end of this. So for pre-departure, I'm assuming all of you have created your account with My Avalon. And if you haven't, reach out to me, or if you have any issues, as well as doing your excursions. And I'm going to go through that as well. And just to make sure everything is up and running on the My Avalon and make sure nobody had any issues. The app will be available about 2 or 3 weeks before departure. So if you want to make any changes or anything, you can make up to 20 changes. It makes no difference. You have that option with the excursions. As well as, like I said, everybody be following on the app when you do travel. So it is a good option to do on your phone. Flights. Everybody has their flights. So what I'd like you to do, there's people arriving at different times. So if you do need some transfers once you arrive into Budapest, reach out to me. The ones that are arriving on the 2nd, I'll be arranging that. So if you need something outside that day, just let me know. Let's talk about packing tips. So, like, this river cruise is very informal. Like, I have to tell you that. Um, you can get up in the morning and dress in your clothes. Oops, I just gotta let somebody else in. You can wake up dressed like this and go to bed dressed like this. You don't have, there's no dress attire on the ship. Um, so it's pretty laid back. It's like being home. You see people walking around with their slippers on. Like, it's that very much relaxed. Um, when it comes to clothes, um, really think of layers. Whether it be a windbreaker that's waterproof, sweaters, shirts underneath, just layers is a big thing, as well as a hat and gloves is important to have that in a backpack. So it's a good idea maybe to have a backpack to be able to take those things out and about for the day. Something very comfortable for your feet. I've gotten like a walking boot that's quite warm. So I wore that all day. Even at lunchtime I can go. Like, it's very, like, it's just easier to walk around, but also keeping your feet warm. Um, when it comes to utilities and like things in your room, they do have a hair dryer. They do have plugins, so you can use for your whether it be computer, your iPad, your phone. Everything in the room is there for convenience for plugins. But I would suggest bring in maybe an adapter if you're doing, us obviously arriving into Budapest or being in Europe before, if you want to use your plugin, and anytime after. So if you do have some plugins and adapters, I would highly recommend it. Straighteners, if any ladies do bring straighteners, I'm going to advise you can bring them, but when you do plug them into an adapter, it could actually not work because of the voltage. So be careful with that as well. Laundry, they do have laundry facilities on there. You do pay for it, and people always ask how expensive it is. It's not that expensive, but the option is there to do if you needed to do laundry along the way. Um, we can go through packing tips anytime if you have any you want to share with us, or at the end with questions, it's there. When it does for the female for packing too, I do like a swing bag. So, you know, you kind of want to go out during the day that's very relaxed and not having everything hauling over you. So I do, as a woman, bring just a little fanny pack or pack. Expected weather. I've seen a little bit of snow in the Christmas markets, which is lovely. The weather would be anywhere between maybe 2 to 12 degrees, just depending on the time of day, obviously, and whatnot. And they do have winter there. They have skating rinks in Vienna at the Christmas market. So, you know, they do, it is a little chilly, but not cold as we expect here in Canada. If any of you have dietary needs, um, it's it's so simple on the river cruise. The day we arrive, there's a table there that's specifically for dietary needs for people with dietary needs. So if you do have it, they do take care of any dietary needs, so which is great. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So the arrival is the Budapest airport. The hotel, the ones that have reached out and said they wanted to stay with us there. Some are going a day or two early. It's at the Barcelo in Budapest, which is very, very close to all the Christmas markets. And that's, I know when I arrive, you know, we're going to be able to put our stuff in storage, and we really want to take advantage of that day in Budapest and be able to go within all the markets, because like I said, we're only, you know, a 10-minute walk away from the central of everything, which is great. Oops, did I miss one? No. I want to talk about the ship, what's included here a little bit on the Visionary, complimentary Wi-Fi. It's great all through there. We've never had any issues, unless you're going through locks. The Wi-Fi is very weak. There's lots of, oh, you arrived. Okay, Rick's here. So, oops, let me log in here. There we go. Sorry, just letting people in as we're going through. So on the ship itself, there's lots of panoramic view windows. You're only ever a 2-minute walk to, and not even a minute walk anywhere you need to go to get that view, whether it be on the top deck or in dining or in the or in the relaxation area at the back of the ship, which is great because that's a espresso bar that's open 24 hours a day. We've never had a problem with any language barriers at all on the ships. They're all very well speaking English. If you want to be brave, you can bring your bathing suit. There is a hot tub that is on the sky deck if you wanted to sit in it. They do have nice lounge chairs in around there, depending on how warm it is. But I don't know how long you'd want to stay up there in your bathing suit outside the hot tub, but it's not a bad idea. But they do have a covered area at the front of the ship where everybody tends to hang out, where again, it's all on the observation lounge. And again, that's where the club lounge is. As I mentioned, with the coffee that they self-serve, beverage station with cappuccinos, lattes, everything 24 hours. And you have anything you need to add to that?
No.
No? You good? Okay.
I think that's good. But you know that it did affect her health, and you know that it's
I
not.
couldn't get that on mode. Let's talk about Budapest. So this is one of the most popular desserts they do have during the Christmas markets. This is a picture we took when we were there a couple of years ago. This is the type of, I don't like to show you a whole bunch of stuff, but that's one delicious dessert that we've had there.
Hi, Cindy, can I
And,
interrupt for a
And I'm
minute?
sure that,
Sure.
And people that aren't, if you're not Cindy talking, can you mute, please? Connie, your sound's coming through. No,
Oh,
it has
okay.
to say unmute at the bottom, and then that means muted.
Okay. Can you hear me okay? No? There we go. I just turned the volume. Okay, good. Like I said, Budapest, it's all about the food. In Budapest at the markets, it's a lot of fun, and that's why it's nice to be able to go in there. Now that we don't get the docking address until 2 days before we go, so we'll have an idea where we're docking as we're getting into Budapest. So, like I said, these markets are only maybe a 10-15 minute walk from our hotel, but also too, we could check our bags that morning on the ship, see if we can get in there early, and then you can still maybe go back into Budapest if you wanted to see more. We have to be on board by 4 or 5 o'clock. Vienna, there's so many things in Vienna. And there's so many Christmas markets and there's so much other stuff to see. When you're looking, and I'll talk excursions, kind of why I'm going through here. The walking tour is very nice in Vienna because you get the lay of the land. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours, I do believe. I'll just bring up here, our Vienna. It's Treasures of Vienna, and that's the one that would take you on the walking tour, but there's also optional ones. So, you know, we've been to the palace. There is a concert. I would suggest if you thought that you wanted to do anything like that is to book it early because especially the concerts, they're quite, they can only take so many people and it's so popular. So if you're thinking about doing that one, I would highly suggest adding that on your My Avalon. There's something like 20 Christmas markets in Vienna,
I think so, yeah.
up to 20.
Yeah.
The bus does drop you off. We always tend to take a picture of where the bus drops us off, and they let us know what time they're picking up. So you can go on the walking tour and spend the whole day afterwards and then get on the bus to go back. And that's the only port that's really that you can't walk in town with, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are bused. It's not a far bus ride. It's just a fairly big city that you have to do that. But the Christmas markets, there's so many. There's some in every corner. There's lots to see walking around on your own. So, like I said, it's a very, very vibrant city to do the Christmas markets, but it's also good if you thought you may wanted to do any of the optional. I would definitely highly recommend it.
Shopping too.
And the shopping.
You like to shop outside of Christmas markets?
Oh, there's lots of shopping here. Also, if you're big shoppers, Louis Vuitton, all those.
Yeah, and the palace tour is quite a nice tour. We did that one. It's pretty stunning. The palace, it's actually massive. The palace,
It is.
a lot of history there. So if you're into kind of the history side of things, that's certainly something you might want to take in that Vienna tour.
Mhm.
Vienna, the one at the castle.
The one at the castle, yeah.
Yeah.
This is Crimson Milk. This is the Abbey. I highly suggest that is, there's a couple activities in Milk, but the Abbey is definitely a must to see. It's pretty amazing from the time it was built.
Yeah.
How they show us how it is now. There's actually kids that actually go to school in the Abbey now. It's quite amazing too.
Yeah, this Abbey is one of what they consider one of the highlights on this particular tour. So I would certainly, if you can, I certainly would take that one in. They got a beautiful library there. They take you through, and you know all the way back to the century when the kings came through on their carts and horses and stuff. So it's quite an interesting. The architecture work there is unbelievable, actually.
Yeah.
The amount of money that go into that thing.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Paso, I'm going to give you a little bit of hint too. Like when you do Christmas markets, there's always a church. So anytime you see a Christmas church, there's definitely, I don't know why, but the Christmas markets are always around the church. In Paso, I believe when I look here, again, it's the city of Three Rivers where the Three Rivers meet, and that's where the city's located. So you can get off and walk right into town here. And there's lots to see in the town. I suggest a walking tour again, and then taking in the day there.
Yeah, and besides the Christmas markets in Paso, which is a quite little German town, There's certainly lots to do, just to look around, a lot of nice little shops to go in,
Mhm.
things are not Christmas, because I mean, a lot of the Christmas markets, I mean, you keep going to them all the time, but it's also just, seeing what the culture in different small little towns, that's what I enjoy just as much as I do the Christmas markets.
Reddenberg too. I believe we have, it's late morning where they have the, walking tour there. So, again, um, there is, other choices for sure, but, we always get the most benefit on the walking tours and taking things out on ourselves. I do know, let me just check here, Rick. I just want to check something here. Where's the one that you go? Is it here they go to Salzburg?
I do believe.
Is it?
Yes.
I think. Let me just I just want to check something here. Because there's two ways to do that, right? But I think it's in Reddenberg, right? That we did that.
No, it's in Passau. It
All
says on
right.
the-
Thank
it's on
you.
Passau.
Okay, let's talk about that. Let's go back to Passau. There is Salzburg excursions there. And well, every port that we've been in, they do them at different ports, but here they're obviously offering them. It's about a 2.5 hour ride there and about a 2.5 hour ride back, and your day is about 9 to 10 hours long, just so you know. So if you're looking at Salzburg, it's going to be a long day. So we've met people that were on it and that did it. They thoroughly enjoyed it, but I just wanted to let you know that extra excursion is a whole day. Right.
Yeah, the people wanted, they certainly enjoyed it there. It's kind of a bucket list place they wanted to go. But they did find the bus ride quite long.
Mhm.
That's what they all said. So just
For
keep that in
movies,
mind. Yeah,
for Netflix movies,
yeah, or another nap or
for
something.
big nap.
Yeah.
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 Reddenberg, when we look here, they have, if you want to go biking, they do offer the biking. It'd be a little chilly, but obviously they're offering the walk around town and to the Christmas markets. Nuremberg, it's oops, I just want to get to your mouse here, Rick. This will give you a live idea on the markets, on how busy they are. It'll load up here. How come it says QuickTime not available? Ah. Everything worked before I did it on Zoom. Isn't that great? Anyway, we have to be bused from Nuremberg, from the port into town because it is a little bit of it's not a walking distance. It's a beautiful city for for Christmas markets. It's very crowded, very busy. We've seen how many there? There was 3 or 4 huge markets.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
We did a good little walking tour, just get the lay of the land, and we were just left for the whole day because we are there overnight. So you do have all day and all evening into the markets, and at nighttime it gets dark around, I don't know, 5 o'clock, 5:30. So it is quite pretty. So Nuremberg is beautiful for markets. Absolutely
It was
beautiful.
very, very proud. A lot of people at that market.
A lot of
Yeah.
people. Yeah, a lot. But they got Ferris wheels, everything in the middle of these markets, so they're quite huge.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's go through excursions. Now, if anybody has any questions on excursions, feel free to unmute yourself, chat. I'd love to know if you have any questions, and because that's nobody. Definitely pre-book them on your My Avalon. And if you notice when you go into your account, they do, when you look, summer in the morning, summer in the afternoon, they do give you a lot of downtime because they do kind of know that people, are coming from afar. So, the first day you may have an afternoon excursion, but they've planned it that way so you can get proper rest and go. So have you seen some whether it be afternoon, morning, late morning. That's the purpose. And having a nice glass of hot chocolate's always nice too.
Yeah, and also just remember before we head to every city, there is the cruise director. He
Mhm.
will explain exactly what's going on. Obviously they're more in-depth knowledge than certainly we have.
Yeah.
They go there all the time, so they'll explain what's going on in an excursion. And say, for example, there's an excursion, you say, you know what, geez, I wish we would have did that one instead.
Mhm.
You can just go to the front, and if there's room, they have no problem with switching you
Last minute.
a last minute to a different excursion.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. They will explain these prior to us. Usually they do it the night before,
Mhm.
just before you dinner. They'll explain kind of what's going on the next day, and they kind of keep you updated and stuff. So
Cindy, we have a question.
Sure. Thank you.
It said that there's you're allowed 150-pound bag each.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, so you can't take a carry-on or
Yeah, you can. They always like somebody asked me that too the other day on reference
Yes.
something. You can definitely take carry-on, check bag, personal item. It's just put away in your room, just like a hotel room, right? And suitcases fit right underneath your bed, that sort of thing.
So everybody's allowed 150-pound suitcase, and then you're also allowed, if you have a carry-on, you're also allowed to carry on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, too, while we're just talking about that, they don't weigh anything coming onto the ship. You walk on with your luggage. It's
Yeah.
just like walking into your house. If you wanted to, bring on any duty free, any wine, anything like that, you can walk right on with it. That's fine. Like I said, it's just like home. I don't imagine unless you walked on with six, they probably look at you funny, but I'm wondering where you're going to store it all. But no, you're fine, totally fine.
Cindy?
Yep.
You said that in Nuremberg, like in the evening, the lights and everything, is there like specific times that the bus goes back? Or like do you just go to a spot and then a bus will come?
No, and Vienna has a pickup time. Now, when we were there, we made our way. No, we met them. Yeah, there is. They will come back and say, okay, the bus will pick you up here at 3 o'clock. But if you want to stay longer, you're going to have to take a cab back to the port.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And any cab will know where the port is, I'm
Oh,
assuming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, these places are pretty small. Well, it's at Vienna also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about gratuities. So your gratuities are all included on the ship. So what I find for small gratuities, let's use the walking tour. There's a person doing the walking tour. Rick and I would give, 5 or 6 euros for a tip there. This sometimes has been and I'm being totally honest with you, with any river cruise company, I've had clients message me while they're on a river cruise saying, how come the cruise director's saying this and that and extra gratuities? Of course they do. Okay, let's face it, like everybody's looking for extras. I said that they don't need to tip the cruise director, but think of this. And I tip for service. Your gratuity is taken care of for your room. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that and all your dining service. But if you have that waiter, and let's talk about the dining while we're moving into this. And in the dining room, there's almost like two sides. And people always tend to go to the same side all the time because you end up with the same waiter. So if you drink, Chardonnay, or if you drink Merlot, and you know that you have a beer and you're sitting down having dinner, and every night that same server's serving you and he gets to know your menu and stuff, and he went over and above, it's okay to give them a private tip at the end of the week. And it says a lot too by staying on the same, staying in the same section in the dining area, because they get to know you and you get to know them, and people tend to do that. And when it comes to buying a drink, and I'll get into that as well, the tip is always included on the receipt. So you know, don't be scared to, you know, remember you've gratuities are already taken care of. And if you really want to tip for service, then it's okay to do it the day before you disembark. They do have beer and wine. I'm sure a lot of you have looked with lunch and dinner. We tend to top up right after dinner, and then they have happy hour before dinner and after dinner and drinks. Like, I think our bill, like, you're so busy during the day. I think our bill was maybe 40 euro at the end of the week. So it's not that expensive. And I know there's 2 drink tickets that I'm going to be getting from Avalon as well. So, or if you want to bring that Crown Royal or anything with you, you can bring it on board and put it in your stateroom, and you can walk around with a drink anywhere. So just let you know, it's pretty open. I kind of went through what to bring. I talked about the layers, Rick. I've talked about your hat and mitts and comfortable shoes, very casual on board. Rain jackets I did talk about. They do have umbrellas on the ship in case you needed one, so you wouldn't have to pack one. So I can't think of anything else. I kind of went through that earlier. Can you?
No, the ship is extremely organized. So when you know, when you get there, they're going to take you through all the tours, where to be. It's such a small group aboard these. If you have never river cruised before, it's not like and you big ship cruise. It's just a total different atmosphere and total different vibe. Very relaxed. You know, they'll explain exactly where to go. They make sure you get on the right bus. They do everything. There's no issue whatsoever with that. They'll definitely take care and keep you well informed. So
Yeah.
And Sydney was saying about the tips. Remember, all your gratitudes have been all paid for, so you're not obligated to tip anybody.
That's right.
But if you do want to tip, you see people tipping the tour guides. That's pretty customary. But
It's not part of the ship.
yeah, but exactly, but you don't have to, depending on if it was a good tour and maybe they went out of the way and did something. You don't have to. And if you want to tip somebody who went above and beyond on the ship, you certainly can, but you're not obligated in any way.
Post cruise. So I'm going to be reaching out to the ones that are going to be going back on the 10th. And some people are doing stuff afterwards. And we'll arrange. Last time we took a cab and it was very easy. From Nuremberg, you can take a cab right to the airport. But I think the ones that are going back that day, I'll be talking to you offline and going through that. If there's anything else that anybody needs post cruise, other than booking your next river cruise, I'm joking, is that you can slide that in there. Sorry. Anything you need post cruise, let me know, and we can work from there.
Yeah, where we disembarked is actually it's not in any public area type thing. It's kind of away a little bit, so you have to, regardless of what you do, you will have to take a cab. We took a train. So we took a cab to the train station that day, and they have an idea how much it costs to, and they can order you that right in the book.
Yeah, or you can rent a car and go play in the Audubon for a while. I don't know. All right, I'm open for questions. Totally. So nobody's had problems logging in. Okay. Picking your excursions. Like I say, you can change them. Any of the optional excursions are wonderful. Just to Salzburg, I'm just letting you know the distance on that, right? So I just wanted to let you know that. The ship, it's like I told you, it's pretty relaxed. Everybody pretty much hangs in the panoramic area. After dinner, they have local entertainment come on board. Sometimes they do have if where you find, let's say if there was something in the afternoon on an excursion and we're sailing in the morning, sometimes they'll bring on Christmas baking. So even though we're sailing, there's still going to be something going on the ship. Totally. And the locks are pretty cool to go through. Really cool.
Yeah, and whenever we arrive in Budapest, Cindy will have data the whole time, so if something
Okay.
happens, your flight gets delayed, or a thousand things that can happen, I know that.
Mhm.
We'll have data, so just reach out to Cindy,
Mhm.
and then we can, make some arrangements, especially if your flight got delayed and stuff like that coming in, and how you're gonna get to the next port and stuff like that, and we
Yeah.
can work that out.
So what I'll be doing is, again, I'll be sending an email out more frequently now, but like have before you go is I'll get all you to add me on WhatsApp because I separate my real life and my clients on WhatsApp, so we'll have communications on WhatsApp from the time we're traveling the whole time.
Assuming they all know what WhatsApp is.
I'm assuming they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And those of you that know me know that, when you are packing, you are checking bags, make sure you're cross packing each other because you don't want to end up not having a bag when you get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
No questions?
That's
It's my
I
first
have one
time doing
question.
this and I want a question.
Cindy, one question.
Okay, Beth, yeah.
So you had talked about dietary restrictions would be easy to work around, but I'm just more curious to know about like what kind of variety to expect. Will it be local foods or will it be American favorites? Like what to expect?
No, that's really good. Thank you for that. The dining is all based around the countries you're at. They pair the wine with your food at night. And yeah, just give me a second.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
And they pair the wines with your lunch and dinner. Everything is locally
They try to
Yeah.
they try to stick to the local area with their wines and also their food. So they try to but they always have staples, kind of, so if you don't like that, then you can always have a steak or you can always have a chicken option, right?
mhm.
It's not like there's one meal and and that's it. So they have usually a staple meal based on the region we're in.
Mhm.
And then in turn, then they will have, probably 6 or 7 other options that you have, different types of things. So you can always, if you don't like that particular food, then you can select something else. But the food was stellar on the ship.
Yeah.
It was stellar.
It was. And tons and tons of healthy options, all the options. They also had
The gym on there too.
the gym. Anybody wants to go to the gym if they're not going to have enough walking. But yeah, they do variety. But like I said, they do have your steak and potatoes, just so you know, because there are people that are steak and potato people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Try the local. Go local.
Anybody else got any more questions?
Ellen trying to talk to us?
I don't think so. Ellen, you want to have a question? I barely hear you, Ron.
Okay, I'm talking extremely loud. On the concert. What
I
kind of
couldn't.
Concerts?
Yes, what kind of clothing?
Oh, clothing for the concerts.
Oh, isn't that a good question? I'm marking that one down. Okay, I'll mark that for you.
Ron had asked what if they went to the concert, is any specific clothing you have to wear to go to the concert?
Dress attire.
Dress attire. Yeah.
Mhm. That's a good question.
Yeah. We didn't go, so I don't know. Yeah.
I just wonder how many are coming from Winnipeg. Cindy, how many people?
Yeah. So we have 2, 4, I think 12, 12, 12, 12 or 14. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. And so I'm gonna let everyone kind of introduce themselves a little bit and where they're from, and then we can let everybody go and get on with their Sunday. Rose, you're first. You're unmuted. Unmute.
What?
Unmute.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm Rose,
I'm Chris.
and we are from Steinbeck, Manitoba. And yeah, we're very excited. We've never been on a cruise of any level.
Oh yeah, Rose has been on this for months.
I know.
We're both very looking forward to it.
Excellent.
Excellent. All right. Beth, I know Bob's on here somewhere, but maybe you can go next.
Yeah, so Beth and Bob Spriggs from Winnipeg. Well, actually Oakland, but we consider ourselves Winnipeggers. Never been on a river cruise, but have been on other cruises. We're excited to see Europe at Christmas. Have never done that, so looking
Awesome.
forward to it.
Excellent. Thank you. The Penners.
Hi, we're Glenda and Rudy Penner. We're from East St. Paul, and we're looking forward to it. We've never been on a river cruise before. We've been on a number of cruises and have been to Europe, but this will be very exciting and something new.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Yes.
That is saying yes. Ruby.
Hi,
Hi guys. Hi.
yeah, we're from Medicine Hat, and
Yep.
we just want to go see the Christmas markets. It's really what we want to see.
We've been on a cruise before, but not a river cruise. And yeah, we're really excited. I'm half Austrian and I've never been to Austria during Christmas time. So this is a real bucket list for me.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Right.
I think, is that everybody? Oh, Connie. You're next.
I've never been on a river cruise. My husband's somewhere. He's not here right now. We're quite looking forward to it. He spent 3 years in Germany with the Air Force, so he's glad to be going back to see some of Europe. So looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Awesome.
Right.
Thank you. Oh, all right. Can you hear us? No.
No.
That's Ron and Ellen, and they're from Medicine Hat as well. And they'll be traveling with us as well. So a little bad connection there today for them. So does anybody have any more questions? And I'm serious, if you have any questions, reach out to me, please. Totally, and I'll be going through the whole file in the next month to make sure. I'll be getting a package through Avalon, and I'll be in touch here in the next couple weeks, reference the packages and all that good stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Awesome. Awesome.
Good.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, guys.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Looking forward to seeing you.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Bob.
Bye. Oh, there we go.